I've just done a briefing for the MSPs and was appalled at the behaviour of Ed Mountain and Dan Johnston. Ed was very rude and harumping and head-shaking like a child, while Johnson was just a smartarse.
Doesn't surprise me about Mountain or Johnson. To be quite frank, Jace, watch out for that wee naff Sweeney as well. He'll try and tell you how to do your job. Of course, every one of these plonkers in the public now think they're public health experts.
Well, you actually are now. You had 3 weeks training.
I'm just winging it here, Jace. I'm bound to get found out sooner rather than later.
Me too. I mean, I'm a freaking dentist. I've no idea why Herr Nippiness picked me.
Keep me up to speed on what you're saying though in the press conferences, would you? I'm not checking up on you or anything like that. I just want to make it sound like I have a clue what I'm talking about when I have to give it to the public.
Nay bother. Mind you, it's a struggle for me too. I can't make any sense out of what Professor Smith says. His heat is in the clouds.
Aye, it's a struggle, but the boffins, they like him. I'll just copy what you say and then maybe ask you for some layman's explanations.
Easy. I can do that. In fact, it's pretty much all I can do. It's my only skill, Himsa.
We're great. Since you're here, do you fancy a wee dram? I remember what you said. Keep a drink in your hand means no mask required. It's Monday. It's the end of January. If you've made it this far, there's a damn good chance you're going to make it into February. And I'm sorry. I'm truly sorry. But it's John and Ben, and we're here for All In!
Welcome to my party, we're just getting started. A life is a dream or a nightmare scarring. Hand me a drink cause I think I'm going all in. Get me a shrink who can catch me when I'm falling. Cover up my scars, flip the handlebars. Crashing in my car, wake up in a bar. I'll be a superstar, just on my avatar. This world is so bizarre, empty out the reservoir. Yeah, I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots, all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me? I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots, all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me? Sometimes you need to let loose, grab juice, get goose, tattoos, taboos, get screwed. Loosen up, buttercup, all those hate comments will never make you feel enough. We're all adequate graduates, hearts full of calluses, but we know calculus. Damn, ain't that fabulous? Can't wait to apply all those mathematicus. But we can't get a job that pays us enough. I'm about to pop off. Fuck you, you're lost. We all know that we never really want a boss. So I'ma do what I want to, something I can't undo. Yeah, I'ma do what I want to, something I can't undo. I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots, all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me? I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots, all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me?
Hey, hey, hey.
Well. Good evening, John.
Good evening, Ben. How you doing, mate?
Shit, but a lot better.
You
How
sound
are you?
you sound like a different person that I was speaking to this morning.
I'm feeling about 50% myself now, so
You're
yeah, I'm feeling
feeling
a lot.
feeling a new man. Who is he?
I wouldn't quite say that, not quite yet, but we're getting there. We're getting there.
Jolly good.
Yeah, we're getting. I mean, the copious amounts of painkillers are helping. I must admit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Always good. Always good.
Always good. Always good indeed. How are you? Are you on the water, or have you
Oh.
moved to the booze?
I should be on the water, but I'm on the booze.
Oh, for God's sake. We'll get there, guys. We will get there.
I've got this much ginger ale, so it would be rude not to finish it.
I mean, you could just drink the ginger ale.
No, you can't do that. Good grief, man. What do you think I am? Some kind of Philistine?
No, I'm not going to answer that. I'm just not going to answer that. I think that's probably for the best.
Right.
Just don't answer it.
So, it appears that Tay Tay seemed to have developed some kind of promising prom career.
We're going there straight away. Aren't
Yeah,
we?
we're
That's where
going
we get-
straight into it. Yep.
I mean,
I
okay. So a little bit of a phenomenon has appeared on the X, formerly known as Twitter, over the past sort of 2 days, and it's called Taylor Swift AI, and we've censored a load of it here. We've censored it, but basically a bunch of people. I mean, in one of those censored images, Taylor Swift appears to be doing something very naughty with Mr. Krabs from SpongeBob SquarePants.
Oh. Oh yes, and well, actually, and if you want to move on, she's also doing something naughty with the Grouch.
Oh no, not the Grouch.
Yeah, the Grouch.
Right, boys and girls. Obviously, first and foremost, these pictures are not real. Obviously, let's just get that out of the way with. The Grouch did not appear in reality and start accosting Taylor Swift, shall we say.
I would hope
He didn't
not.
have his way with the Tay Tay. However, oh, I'm a bit quiet apparently.
Go on then.
But however, this phenomenon, I'm gonna say it, and I don't care if people don't like what I'm about to say. This phenomenon is gonna make Taylor Swift our savior. Taylor Swift is gonna stop fucking Skynet. She's gonna stop it because she's gonna lead to regulation of AI. That's what's gonna happen.
So Adam says that you can't regulate AI. Nobody can stop him doing what he wants to do on his computer, but he doesn't do it on his computer, does he? Because AI's all done in the cloud because your computer's not powerful enough to do AI.
No, and let's face it, yeah, there will be programs and there will be things out there all the time that will be able to generate something like this. That's
Yeah.
it's out there now. That genie's out of the bottle. But going forwards, I think Taylor Swift is going to lead to some kind of regulation, because if you just search the name Taylor Swift on Twitter or X now, it comes up with no results.
Yeah.
0 results. And anything with the words Taylor Swift in, 0 results. Because obviously Elon Musk is protecting young Miss Swift. And I get it, because let's face it, they are some fucked up pictures. They really are.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't understand why people make these things other than to elicit some kind of reaction, obviously. But
Well, all you need to do is ask Adam. I think it's a cry for help.
Yeah.
I mean, I really do. I mean, I'll be honest. I really dislike AI. One, it still sticks out a mile that it's wrong. Okay? Secondly, I think it's going to this kind of use of AI isn't doing creation any good, because this is not creative. And I remember reading a tweet two guys were going at it hammer and tongs. I think it may have been Adam Brimson actually. He was going at it with this other guy who was
saw this.
who was going on about, you know, the amount of time he spends to craft a proper description that will give him the picture that he wants is, you know, in his view, a work of art. And it's like, well, that's not what the courts say, because the courts say if it's AI generated, you can't copyright it because it's not a work of an individual human's art. So it's not creative and it's not copyrightable. So there you go.
You know what? I'm kind of glad that you can't create a picture of Taylor Swift with the Grouch in a back alley and copyright it. I'm kind of glad about that.
Yeah.
You know, I'm no fan of Miss Swift's music. Let me just say that up front. And for anybody that is, because I know she's got a dedicated fan base that is cult-like, actually. I'm sorry, I'm not suicidal. But I'm just not a fan of her music. I think it's boring, quite frankly. But that's just me personally and my own personal taste. People are allowed to like what they like. But just because somebody is extremely famous doesn't mean they should be subjected to things like this. And I completely understand.
Well, hold on. Hold on. How far are we going here?
How do you mean?
Well, Hamza.
That's a bit different, isn't it?
Well, I think so.
At no point have I seen a Himsa become sexually explicit, put it that way.
No, I doubt you very much will not. Can I just check? I know that Ben was quiet. Is he back up to kind of equilibrium, or am I still too? Am I still too loud?
I would hope so. I'd hope that I am up to equilibrium. I mean,
it jacked you up quite a bit, mate.
I was going to say, it also might be the fact that I'm actually struggling to project my voice right now. But I'm trying. A 5.5. We're good. We're good. Shalini says you're too loud. Dreadeye says you're too loud. Okay. Well,
I'm using a different mic, so I've turned myself down slightly. So we'll see how that... let me know if you think that's kind of in the ballpark now, okay?
Okay, well, let's stop this. Let's stop this technical stuff during this show. People don't want that.
I know they don't want it, but you've you know, when everything's a fucking mess, which it always is at the start of the show, sometimes you've got to roll into it in order to get things working properly. And we apologise. We apologise. Let's crack on. Let's crack on. Right. So So we're kind of with. Well, I'm with kind of regulation of AI from the point of view that I don't think it's creative and I don't think it benefits the human race when it comes to...
And I've seen Terminator.
Yeah, well, I don't think AI benefits the human race when it comes to creating pictures and videos. What's the point? You know, are you gonna now start watching AI generated movies that were written by AI, filmed by AI? You know, all the cartoon stuff could be generated by AI. It could almost look realistic. You know, are we going to start doing that?
Well, that Samuel L. Jackson Disney Plus Marvel show, Secret Invasion, the intro credits were made using Midjourney. They were made using AI. I mean, this is hundreds of millions of dollars production, and they couldn't even be bothered to have somebody create the artwork. They used fucking AI. At the end of the day, it is embedding itself into the creative industries. They are using it, and they are probably using it to at least put jazz on or touch up scripts at this point, I would imagine.
I'm glad you said jazz. Anyway, sorry for interrupting you.
You've completely...
Oh, right, okay. Well, I tell you what, I thought, I must admit, I did like my thumbnail today. I thought it was quite good. Especially with
profound.
With Mr. Poole jumping the shark. Tell me, what's that about, Ben? Why is Mr. Poole jumping the shark?
I'm actually just gonna, I'm just gonna make sure, I'm gonna go to his Twitter account, and I'm just gonna make sure I read this verbatim. Because,
okay.
Okay, so this is how it started. Where is it? Bloody hell, he tweets a lot. Sorry, Mr. Paul. Tim Paul, you tweet a lot. He's still going on, by the way.
Is he?
The Baltimore Sun have put out an article saying, "Forget Kamala Harris, put Taylor Swift on Joe Biden's ticket."
Oh, good God.
And Tim's tweeting it saying, "I warned you all." So basically, Tim Paul is, don't know if he's trolling, but he's claiming that Taylor Swift will be running. He'll be running for at least vice president or president. Here we go. End Wokeness tweeted, "What's happening with Taylor Swift is not organic and natural. It's an op. We all feel it. We all know it." And there's pictures here of, her at the big football games, because she's obviously Travis Kelce's partner. And then her on the front page of virtually every magazine at exactly the same time, all on the side. Her face is everywhere. This woman's face is everywhere. That is true. And he's just quote tweeted it saying she's running.
I don't think so. I think Big Mike's got it.
Well, right. So you've been saying this for months, haven't you? You've been saying this for months.
I have.
Now, guess who Big Mike's very good friend is, by the way?
Tay Tay.
It's Tay Tay. Now, I don't think Tay Tay's running. However,
she's too white. That's the problem.
I do think she will be used as a vote sucker, shall we say, a weapon, a vote sucker. She'll be used as a weapon by.
I thought you said a goat sucker. But I see where you're coming from.
This is going to be a tough one tonight.
Mm-hmm.
It really is. But yeah, I think she's going to be used. Her face is everywhere. The Democrats are going to put her front and center, and they're going to use her to garner votes for the Democrats because she is a Democrat.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we're going to see happen. And if they were to put Big Mike on the ticket, as you predict, that would bolster that even further because they are very good friends. Tony Garrett says Taylor can't run as Joe's running. She isn't old enough by month. Actually, she will be 35 by the time of the inauguration. So she would be old enough. She would qualify.
Oh.
If she were to run, she would qualify because she would just be 35 by the time of the inauguration on the 20th of January. There you go.
Andrew's waxing lyrical tonight, isn't he?
As he said, you can see the soul ebbing out of Ben's pocket.
Right, I'm going to play a little clip for you. Okay.
I do.
What I will say, obviously our deepest condolences go out, and our heartfelt condolences go out to the families who lost three folks who are military folks, who are brave, who are always fighting, who are fighting on behalf of this administration, of the American people.
I think it's catching.
I was gonna say the same thing. I didn't realise dementia was contagious, but
wow, Sideshow Bob did not do herself any favours there, did she?
Look, they were very brave, okay, very, very brave. And I'm not saying they weren't very brave, by the way, because
three folks.
Yeah. Andrew again says she's been at Hunter's stash.
That was bad, though. It was really bad.
Oh, dear. They were very...
So, and that itself is a tragedy, right? 3 soldiers were killed.
Oh, yeah, it is.
And 34 injured.
Yeah.
By a drone. Starting to sound a bit... starting to sound as if the munitions were maybe a wee bit more than just a drone, but anyway. 3 killed, 34 injured, because they were confused over which country they should have been in. That's the party line now. They're not sure if they should have been in Syria or they should have been in Iraq. This secret base. Yeah. I think they're struggling, mate. I think they're struggling to come up with answers.
Me too.
Yeah, we shouldn't be laughing. It's a tragedy. But Sideshow Bob, I don't know what is going on there. She's just lost it.
Yeah, well, she's been around Joe a bit too long, is what's happened here. It's just rubbing off on her. I don't think it's catching. I think it's just rubbing off on her, you know.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, she will be talking about corn pop.
Being a bad dude.
Being a bad dude. It's coming. It's coming.
Right. I've got an hour clip for you. You did request this one, okay?
That
Right, the acting was cringy enough, but I cannot take the verbalization. It's just awful.
I think what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to re-release that video with a new audio track over the coming days. I'm going to do the internal monologue of the other guy as he's looking at Grant Shapps here, because that is Grant Shapps, or one of the many other names that Grant is known by. That is Grant Shapps doing an advert for electric charging. Is that what he's doing?
Well, it looked to me like an advert for Tesco, didn't it?
It did look like an advert for Tesco. Shalini, I can promise you that is 100% real.
It's for real.
That's for real. He actually went out to a Tesco car park and thought he was fucking, I don't know, in a Wild West. He's going for it, isn't he? He's like, oh yeah, look at me, I'm Grant Shapps. Oh yeah. Nobody can hold this electric charger quite like I can.
Don't like Grant Shapps. Yeah.
Nobody likes Grant Shapps. Grant Shapps doesn't even like Grant Shapps, and that's why he has to keep changing his name. Okay?
How many times has he changed his name?
Well, I know of at least 4.
Why has he had so much? Oh, is he running from debtors or something? Why? Maybe I should change my name.
One of them is a woman's name.
He was known as a woman.
Yeah.
Did he live as a woman?
He definitely released books and articles, I believe, as a woman.
Oh, he was writing as a woman. But then again, right. J.K. Rowling was writing as a man at one point.
She still is, Robert Galbraith.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, I'm assuming gender there because of the name Robert.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, those type of adult stories, if they'd had J.K. Rowling's name on them, they probably wouldn't have sold so well. And that was the point.
Oh, the dirty stories.
I don't know. I'm
never
gonna find some of his aliases now. Michael Green, Corin Stockheath.
Did he write books?
Fox.
He didn't write books as Michael Green, did he?
Shapps uses the names of Michael Green, Corin Stockheath, and Sebastian Fox.
For what?
I'm not really sure. He denied having used a pseudonym after entering Parliament, and in 2014 threatened legal action against a constituent who had stated on Facebook that he had. So did it before entering Parliament. I need to do a bit more of a deep dive, because then I can write
let's come back to that one. Let's put a pin in it.
Corin Stockheath.
Right, got another clip for you, mate. Another clip, right?
Okay.
Religion you're allowed to do anywhere.
No, miss, you're not allowed to sing church songs outside of church grounds, by the way.
You're not allowed to sing church songs outside
of church songs or church
you're not allowed
ground. That's fine.
You're not allowed. She just said you're not allowed to sing church songs outside of church.
Outside of church grounds, unless you have unless
That's
you've been authorized by the church to do this kind of song.
Are you saying that you don't care about the Human Rights Act? You're lost?
She's just lovely, isn't she? Well, there's a couple of things here.
Yeah.
She's right. That's
Is
the
she?
law.
Is it?
In Poland?
She's not in Poland.
No, she's not, but she's Polish.
I was going to say, I actually assumed she was Polish.
And that's the law in Poland.
Well, we're not in Poland, first and foremost.
That's right.
You know, just like Brendan Kavanagh at the piano, we're not in communist China.
Yeah. You know what else she is?
What's that?
A barista.
So she works at the old Costa.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, the problem I have with this woman is that whilst she's in her uniform, she's one of them special constables, which they don't get paid. She's a volunteer.
POS?
However,
piece of shit?
no,
Right.
she's not a PC. No, she's not a PCOS because PCOS, they get paid. Okay. She has full powers whilst in her uniform. So she has powers of arrest. She has all of that the PCOSs don't have.
Oh,
Okay?
the PCOS. Well, I don't know. I've been out
Oh,
here for too
PCSO.
long.
Sorry, PCSO.
I've been
My-
out of
my
it for
fault.
too long, so PCSOs aren't like special constables. She's more like a special constable.
We've always called the, you know when haha, you call them pigs, you call the police officers pigs. We've always called the PCSOs spam because they're not really real.
Yeah.
They can't really do anything, to be honest. But no, she's a special constable and she has full powers.
Yeah.
And that's quite concerning because you can sing as long as you're not, walking around singing a Third Reich bloody glorification, KKK, kill all the whatever song. You can sing whatever you bloody well want in public. I mean,
as long as you're not disturbing the peace to the extent that it would put people into a state of fear and alarm.
I mean, in places like Birmingham, you have giant loudspeakers with the Islamic call to prayer.
Oh, don't go there, mate. Don't go there.
I'm going there.
Oh, you're touching on dodgy ground now because that's sacrosanct. That's almost like that other group of people that you can't complain about.
Look, I'm going there because if that I think in itself is the evidence that what she's saying is an absolute load of horseshit. It is an absolute load of horseshit. You can sing religious songs in public, right? I'm not a religious man. People know this that come to the show. But I'm not going to stop you singing to Jesus. If you want to sing to Jesus, hallelujah, and all of that, you go right ahead and you do that. Because I'm not going to denigrate you for believing something that I don't believe. I'm just going to point out the flaws in the belief. But you can believe it. And you can sing to your God. And this person should not have the power of the state behind her. She really shouldn't.
No, she shouldn't.
No.
She shouldn't. Now let's move on. Let's move on to the current conflict that's going on in the Middle East, shall we say?
Which one?
The one in Gaza, right? So
okay.
Now the headline and the video don't tie up. I'm not playing the video. As you can see, there's a minor conflagration in that tent. Okay?
Yeah.
Nobody bombed the tent. I suspect they've set the tent on fire trying to cook food.
Yeah.
Right? But look at the headline.
Well, of course.
Their propaganda machinery just isn't that good, is it?
Do you know what? I'm very tempted to add a new segment once, maybe even twice a week, actually, to this show called Beyond the Headline.
Yeah.
Because the headlines are almost always these days, no matter what, full of shit. So it's like I'm gonna call out somebody. I'm gonna call out somebody that I respect, like, and admire right now. In this respect, Sonia Poulton. I'm gonna call her out because on her TNT show, she announced that 100 Asdas were going cashless. Okay, she announced that, and then basically said, no cash, no boycott. That's not true. 100 Asdas are not going cashless. But she never looked beyond the headline, and I'm really disappointed that she didn't, and because I really do, I respect her.
Yeah.
But it's the petrol stations. So my local Asda, the petrol station has been cashless for 2 years because they took out the manned booth and it's literally pay at pumps.
Yeah.
Now they did it. They did a test of this in many of them, and found that it works very well. People are
Oh.
using it left, right, and
Oh,
centre.
if I remember correctly, the Asda in Ayr has been cashless for about the last 5 years. The petrol station, because there's not a booth there.
Well, there's no booth, exactly. So
Yeah.
you do pay at pump only.
Yeah.
So,
Now, you don't
that's
get free
what they're
petrol.
doing. So that's what they're doing. They're converting the forecourt, but they're not making the stores cashless at all. The stores
Yeah.
are not going cashless. The petrol station forecourts are.
Speaking of cash, sorry.
And that's why I'm a little bit disappointed, because I know Sonia does her due diligence, and I know she does her digging, and I genuinely think she just got caught off guard with this one and was thrown at her during a show or something, because it's not the case.
So
they're not going cashless.
I went to the supermarket at the weekend.
Right.
I went to pick up some stuff, and it was quite late. It was about 8:30 or something. I don't normally go in as late, but it was later. And I got my stuff, and I went to the cash desk, and there was no cashiers on. And there was a woman there working away at one, doing something. It was some kind of, and I go, "There's no cashiers on," and she goes, "No, I'm sorry, sir, the cashier's on her break." And I said, "But that's not good enough." She goes, "There's self-service tills there," and I said, I don't work for the company. I don't want to have to put my own stuff through." And she said, "I'm really sorry, I've only got 2 staff." Right? I said, "Well, to be fair, that's not my problem. And this is what I would term appalling customer service." And she took me over to the self-service thing, and she scanned everything.
I mean, that's very nice of her.
It was very nice. I said, "Don't get me wrong." I says, "I'm not having a go at you, but I have a big beef with the company that expects me to work for them and not give me a discount."
I totally get where you're coming from, because at the end of the day, that's what this self-service stuff is. It's like all of the McDonald's. They're putting all of these self-service screens. It's so they can get rid of staff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course.
And what they're doing, and what they're doing is they're making people's lives ruined. People that used to work for them, because the jobs are going thick and fast everywhere. Even one of my local fish and chip shops, a local fish and chip shop, has got one of these self-service screens in there now. Yeah.
Crazy.
But I get it, because it's one outlay, it's one investment, and then you're not paying a member of staff for months on end.
But you've still got to have the staff to do the fish and chips. To pack them, and salt and vinegar them, or whatever, or salt and sauce if you're from the East Coast, and all this sort of nonsense. So,
my local McDonald's.
Hold on, the whole benefit of going to a fish and chip shop is the banter.
Well, of course. Well, that used to be the benefit of going to the checkout. You'd have a chat, and it would be a point of social contact for people. And for some people, elderly people especially, it's the only point of social contact they might have in a day, and that's being removed from them. That there are people that suffer greatly from loneliness in this world.
Yeah.
And that might be their only point of contact, going to the shop and talking to the cashier. And then now even that's gone.
There's another supermarket chain that are taking out all their self-service tills because the theft rate's too high.
Is that Aldi by any chance?
Can't remember who it was, but I've been in Aldi and I've never seen a self-service checkout there. Our Aldi only has like 6 or something checkouts, and they're actually not bad, because although they usually only have one person on, they will call people as soon as the queue gets
While we're talking about this, I want to direct your attention to a tweet. I'll read it out. It's from Lord Samuel J. Jack. I follow him on X on Twitter. He's moved to Saudi Arabia, right? And he's had to come back into Europe, and in fact back into London for work over the past few days. And this morning I saw, was it this morning or was it yesterday's morning? I saw one hell of a tweet from him. Basically, I'll paraphrase it. He went into Pret to get a coffee. They said like £3.80, please, which is a crime within itself. Let's
Yeah.
not go there.
Yeah.
But he got his cash out, and they said, sorry, we don't take cash until 9 a.m.
Okay.
And then they said the Pret up the road, they take cash now. So they made the coffee, and they wouldn't take his cash until 9 a.m. I think it was like 8:10 in the morning.
Why?
So what's the difference between 8:10 a.m. and 9 a.m.?
I don't know. I have no idea. Well, 50 minutes, but apart from that, I can't give you any other kind of answer.
Does cash become like magically, I don't know, legal tender? It's not legal tender before 9 a.m. according to this one chain of Pret?
But that's not right. And is it not the case that if see, this is where you get to eat for free in supermarkets if they don't take cash, because if you use cash in settlement of a debt, then the debt's cancelled.
In fact, I'll read you the tweet. I've got it here. I'll read you it. Good morning, Pret. 1 latte, please. Makes latte. £3.80, please. Gets out cash. We don't take cash until 9 a.m. I have the exact change. Sorry, we can't take cash, but you've already made the coffee. There's another Pret down the road. They take cash now.
Yeah.
Help me out here. Folks. Help me out here.
It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
They made the fucking coffee. You know what you should have done?
I would have walked away.
Well, no, what I would have done is I'd have said, well, hold on, hand me the coffee, put the money on the counter, and said, bring that through at 9 a.m.
Yeah,
Bye.
but I bet he never handed them the bet. They never handed them.
But they made it.
It wouldn't matter. These people are their job's worth. You got to remember these. And to be fair, I can understand why they're trying to automate things, because these people are one step up from an automaton. Because they cannot deviate from the script. It's like when you phone technical support. If you've ever phoned technical support, they can't deviate from the script. And if you know, it's like you got to go through every stupid step to get to where you want to be, and then they'll say, "Yeah, we'll send somebody out." And you could have saved yourself and themselves, half an hour of nonsense by saying you need to send someone out because I've done all the tests. Doesn't work. And then they go, but if we send an engineer out and it's not our fault, you'll get charged. I goes, yeah, come on then.
So that's the Pret that I'm talking about here, just for everybody to avoid, is in Knightsbridge. It's the Pret in Knightsbridge. Do not use that Pret if you want to use cash before 9 a.m. because apparently, for some reason, cash before 9 a.m. according to this one branch of Pret is verboten.
Right.
It's verboten.
I'd like to go back to Israel and Gaza, and I'm going to say some things here may trigger some people. Okay?
Are you giving a trigger warning?
I am, John. Yeah. Because
you wokey, you.
No, I'm just saying some people might get annoyed at what I'm going to say here. Because I am no fan of either of the two parties involved in this conflict. Okay, and I think I've made that perfectly clear. I can't support either side. I think both sides have done terrible things.
Okay.
And I really, regardless of who started it and who's going to finish it, I think the whole thing's horrible, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's happening, and this is where I'm going to be a little bit controversial. And I had a conversation with a guy on Twitter, and there's a lot of people on Twitter who seem to want to go to war, right? And I'm not quite sure why they want to go to war. They maybe don't understand the implications of going to war. And
no, because they've played a bit too much Call of Duty and they think that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, and I don't think they understand the impact it's going to have on not only the people that are at the war, but the people they've left behind, the country, and generations that grow up without fathers, daughters, sons, mothers, So I don't think they quite grasp what's going to go on, but they're very gung-ho, It's like, we need to protect international shipping has the right to travel through the Suez Canal, so we should be out there protecting international shipping, right? And I mean, why? Why should we be out there? Right? Because let's face it, most international shipping is already rerouted. Yeah, it's going to cost us a little bit more, but they've rerouted. They've adapted to what's going on in the world by going round the Cape, right? So we're out there attacking countries.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, what we're doing basically is what America and Saudi have been doing for the last 10 years, is we're blowing holes in the sand because the Houthis don't have bases. Everything's mobile. So they fire and they move. So by the time you've tracked down where they fired from and bomb it, there's nobody there. You're just blowing holes in the sand. You're just making bunkers for the world's biggest golf course.
Right.
So what happens then is the Houthis go, well, that's okay then. British ships are fair game as well. So now they're targeting US ships, UK ships, and ships bound for Israel. Previously, they were only targeting ships bound for Israel. So what we've done is we've poked our nose in and we've made sure that our trade route is now effectively closed, right?
Yeah.
And if anyone wants to get to us, they're going to have to go around the Cape. So it is going to cost more. It's going to cost more on the commercial side of things, and it's going to cost the taxpayer more because now we're expending money from the point of view of, putting a force out there, maintaining it, supplying it. So it costs money on both sides. So there's no cost-neutral solution here. What you need is a diplomatic solution, but that's not something you get very often from America until they've had their nose bloodied. And let's just go back slightly. In the near history, Vietnam, Afghanistan, Korea, all these ones show us that you can't beat a guerrilla army. Okay?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how good your technology is, doesn't matter how good your arms are, doesn't matter how good your soldiers are trained. Cannot beat a guerrilla army on their own ground unless you go in hard. And this is where it gets really controversial, because Israel's actually doing the one thing that you have to do if you want to take out a terrorist force. They are going all in, and they're going in hard. Now, I'm not condoning it, but it is the one thing, in my view, it's the one way that you remove a terrorist force. And the problem is, you incur the wrath of the world, you incur the wrath of, the citizens and civilians that you're going to kill. Right? So, you look like the bad guys. But it's the only way of actually achieving your goals. And the problem is we've got the US and the UK sitting in the Middle East, and we don't even know what our game plan is ourselves.
I mean,
we have no idea what we're trying to do.
Without condoning anyone or anything, I would say that people have, first of all, they've got extremely short memories, because going in hard and going all in, look at what the US and other people did to ISIS, for example. How many civilians got killed in that crossfire?
No,
many.
But that's a different situation. This is what I'm saying is, if you're going to do it, and I'm not saying that Israel's going to win, by the way, right? But they're the only people that are doing it right, because they're going in, and they're going in hand to hand, house by house, tunnel by tunnel, right? And they're moving through them. You can't just sit at 30,000 feet and drop bombs, because it just doesn't work. It kills hundreds and thousands of people, but it doesn't wipe out a terrorist guerrilla army. And that's
I certainly
that's
understand
what we
where
learn.
you're coming from.
That's what we learned from Afghanistan, from Vietnam.
I certainly do understand where you're coming from, and honestly speaking, I don't know where I sit on this entire issue, except for that war, man. I'm an old school liberal.
Yeah, I know.
And war is just not my jam. And I certainly think that anybody that deliberately targets citizens.
Hey, 100% behind you. 100% behind you. That's why I said, people will be people will be, aghast maybe at what I'm saying. But and
this
here's
is why I
here's the
don't
other.
support either side.
Yeah. Well,
Because they're both targeting civilians. They're both targeting civilians.
But if you look at what Shalini just said, there's no leaders of Hamas on no leaders of Hamas.
They're in Qatar, aren't they?
It doesn't matter. Can't fight if they don't have any people.
Well,
you can't lead people. You can't lead terrorism if you don't have them anymore. And that's why.
The problem is,
that's why this doctrine, right, of eradication is what's needed if you want to remove a terrorist force that's acting against you. And it's the big stumbling block and why we'll never beat terrorism, because we'll never do it, right? And I'm not saying we should or shouldn't do it, right? But we'll never do it. That's the problem, because it's an anathema to anyone who's civilized that you would go in and deliberately try and remove people from the face of the earth.
No, I understand where you're coming from. I really do. Like I said, honestly speaking, I don't know where I sit on this issue. I really don't, and I'm not comfortable in giving an opinion based upon what you've said, because it's not.
I'm not asking for an opinion, mate, because I wouldn't ask anyone to pick a side on this.
No, but I certainly see your reasoning. I certainly understand where you're coming from. But it's just not something that I feel comfortable speaking on, because it goes against all of my liberal ideals. It goes against all of my values. I'm a genuine real liberal, not one of these fake liberals.
Okay. No, that's cool. I like that. And I want you to tell me about this then. Is this the actions of a liberal or a socialist? Well, it probably is the actions of a socialist country. Is this the actions of a democratic country or democratic trading bloc or whatever you call it? Should you be doing this? So the EU drafts a plan to cripple Hungarian economy if Orban blocks Ukraine cash.
No, there's nothing liberal about that.
No, there isn't, is there? In fact,
no.
That's almost tantamount to being a fascist.
That's not even tantamount to it, mate. That is fascism. That's you saying we have a centrally controlled economy with both government, i.e. the EU, and big business, because you need those as well in order to cripple an economy. And what we're going to do is we're going to weaponize these things against this area.
Yep.
Because that's what they see. Let's face it, the European Union don't see the member states as individual countries anymore.
No, they don't.
They see them as areas of their kingdom, essentially.
Of course they do.
And they're going to go, right, well, what we're going to do is we're going to weaponize our government power and big business against this area. That's fucking fascism to a T. It's not even like fascism. It is fascism.
Yeah, right. So let's move on to a topical thing, because they're going to they've earmarked a large swathe of Cornwall beside a primary school, I believe, to put in a massive solar farm. Is that what you call it? Yeah, solar power farm. Yeah. So they've earmarked a part to put this in, and I just thought this little clip might be of interest, perhaps.
A hailstorm disaster in Nebraska, USA, reacted immediately and turned a multi-million-dollar investment, a solar park, into a pile of toxic debris. Within minutes, hail destroyed 14,000 solar panels with a total capacity of 5.2 megawatts. The complex was planned by the investors to produce green energy for 25 years, but in reality, it only made it to 4 years.
Yeah. 4 years, huh? Wow. And you know what? The weather in Britain isn't the best. Even in Cornwall.
No, it's not.
Even in Cornwall.
I live in Eastbourne, as people will know, right? Mm-hmm. I live in Eastbourne, and what our town calls itself, what's on the signs as you enter Eastbourne, says the Sunshine Coast welcomes you. The Sunshine
I've seen
Coast.
that. I've seen that.
What fucking sunshine? I've lived here on and off my entire bloody life. I was born here. If we're the Sunshine Coast, then what the fuck is the rest of the country?
Well, the rest of the country is a black hole, because you know there's a forest fire in Lochinver or something like that just now. Right?
Who started that?
I can tell you exactly who started that, mate, right? But there's a forest fire in Lochinver, right?
Right.
And the headline from Sky News was, forest fire in Lochinver in the month that Scotland, or in the month the UK has recorded its highest ever January temperature. Right, one.
Is it now?
Highest ever, I take exception to. But secondly, right, it's been minus something for weeks. I've been moaning about it for weeks.
It has here as well.
And then I had to point out that it wasn't a natural occurring forest fire as a result of, shall we say, dry, hot temperature, because it has been raining since October.
So who started it?
Electrical fire, power cable dropped, shorted out, started a fire.
So it wasn't a climate activist this time.
No, it wasn't arson. It was an accident. Well, it was
Fucking hell, Extinction Rebellion, you're off the hook.
an incident. Yeah, electric power cable shorted out.
Did you know, right? So Tommy Robinson did a rally in Telford on Saturday.
Right.
Okay. Massive rally to show the R of Britain episode 5. I can't really say the word, right?
Yeah.
So he showed it. Obviously, I didn't go to it because it's really not something that interests me to go to. But a counter protest turned up to call the people defending girls from heinous things Nazis, first and foremost. That's what they were calling them, Nazis. But second and foremost, one of the main groups of the very small counter protest that did turn up was Extinction Rebellion. And I just didn't quite understand what Extinction Rebellion were doing there to protest we can call it a right-wing rally, I guess.
Okay.
About nothing to do with climate. But there they were, and giving speeches and holding their banners.
Maybe they think that right-wing people support burning the world to a crisp. I don't know.
But they're the people affiliated with them are the ones that often start the bloody forest fires.
Well, just because that climate activist in Canada was convicted of starting 14 forest fires
He ain't the first one.
and that guy in California, and
that guy in Australia.
No, it's just like it's a coincidence, you know. These things happen.
Just a coincidence.
Yeah.
They're trying to create the damn crisis that they say is coming, because without doing that, it doesn't happen. They're trying to force it to happen. That's what they're doing.
Oh, right. Speaking about forcing things to happen, this tweet left me wondering, and I don't quite understand where this woman's coming from, if it is indeed a woman. I'm gender assuming there. So the amount of people not understanding that this is going to be used to kill trans and queer people is making me lose my mind. And what he, she, they, them, whatever, is talking about is the Florida Senate has unanimously passed a bill that would give the death penalty to those who, and here's the crucial part, commit sexual crimes against children.
I'm gonna ask. Penny, is it? Penny?
Yeah.
Penny, I have a question, and that question is this. How does your mind immediately go to that?
Yeah, well, how's it going to... It's not going to kill anyone if they don't sexually assault children, is it?
Well, first and foremost, absolutely not. It's not going to do that. But secondly, it's a bit telling to me what Penny thinks and believes by Penny's mind going straight there. Why would it go straight there?
Because these people...
No, it's a rhetorical question.
Yeah, it is a rhetorical question.
It's a rhetorical question.
Yeah, I should have stayed on climate change, because apparently the Romans, the Roman Empire's worst plagues were linked to climate change.
Of course they were. Of course they were, yeah.
I blame it. I blame it on the fact that they were using internally combustion powered chariots and not electric ones.
Yeah, no, yep, for sure. And too many tigers eating too many people, producing too much methane.
Yeah.
Too many tigers.
Too many horses as well.
Too many horses as well. Yep. And speaking of climate change, I don't know if you have this as a slide, but if you seen what the morons, the perpetually unwashed, have done to the Mona Lisa?
Oh, throwing soup on it.
They've thrown soup on her.
Yeah, it won't be the real Mona Lisa. And it is behind glass as well.
But yeah, there you go. They threw their soup on what we assume to be the Mona Lisa. They threw their soup on there. Said something in French. Oh, the climate change. Oui, climate change. Here you go. Look, she has the soup. Yeah. And
are these German Frenchies or what?
Yeah, they are German Frenchies. That is their soup. Their soup on the Mona Lisa. Yeah.
Right.
Sehr gut.
Here's the guy that sometimes I can't understand what he's talking about, and sometimes you just have to make it up, right? But anyway, apparently the Scottish Government has not paused funding to the RWA, right?
Yeah.
So that's the Refugee and Work, what is it, Refugee and Work Agency or something of the
something like
UN.
that. But can I pause you there?
You may.
Can I just pause you there? What remit does he have to give money to them in the first place?
That's a damn good question, sir. It's a
What
damn
remit
good question.
He has no remit to be involved in international politics of any kind.
Correct.
Including international aid.
Correct.
That is the purview of Westminster and Westminster alone.
It's reserved to Westminster. Correct.
So why is he giving your money and our money by proxy? But what?
If you think about it, effectively, what he's done is he's doubled down on Scotland, because if we're already giving, some money through our taxes via Westminster, then he's given more public money away. People in Scotland are paying twice.
Yes.
Yeah, it's shocking.
Yes.
And
yes.
As I said, it's out with his remit. Now, they have dismissed 12 employees who were directly involved or directly seen to be
alleged to have been at this
well,
time.
they have dismissed them, right? So I would assume that an allegation isn't grounds for dismissal.
No, is it dismissing or suspension?
No, dismissed.
Okay.
So they've dismissed 12, and they're investigating another individual who is alleged to have kept an Israeli hostage in their flat.
Yeah.
So one of the hostages that was taken is alleged to have been kept by this person, this teacher that works for the UNRWA, in their domicile.
That's quite concerning, and I hope that they haven't simply been dismissed, but prosecution against them is proceeding.
Well, one would hope so, yeah. One would hope so.
One would hope so. Yes. But still, I go back to my original question. What remit does Humza Yousaf and the Scottish Parliament have to be funding these organisations with taxpayers' money? They have no remit to be doing international relations.
Yeah, they shouldn't have
any kind.
Shouldn't have embassies abroad, and they shouldn't be sending funds away. And in fact, I don't think they should be meeting with foreign countries, because surely that's the remit of the Foreign Office.
He's going on his jollies, isn't he? Going to the climate change thing, and needs to be seen. He's off to New York. He's off to the United Nations. What's he doing there?
He's going to address the EU this week as well. I don't know.
He's not a member. He's not a member of the EU. I know he wants to be. I know he wants to be. I mean, this is the mentality of the Scottish National Party, ladies and gentlemen.
Here we go.
We want freedom from the Britain, from the United Kingdom. We're gonna take you out. We're gonna be independent. Oh, and then we're going to go and join the European Union and have unelected people tell us what to fucking do.
Yeah, they immediately want to join the EU. So I don't understand it, because all the countries that they look up to, like Norway, and is it
not a part of the EU? First of all,
exactly. Finland isn't a full partner of the EU either, is it?
I don't know.
But
I know
anyway,
Norway isn't for sure.
Most of the countries that are looking up to aren't necessarily a full partner of the EU. Iceland's not.
I'm wondering what can they rename themselves? The Scottish Cuck Party or something? Because that's all they really want to do. They just want to separate themselves from one partner only to be cucked by another. That is all they want to do. I mean, the EU will bend them over far greater and far further than Prince William is bent over to be pegged. I mean, let's not go there.
And they won't use lube, and he certainly won't be getting the reach around. That's for sure.
And you will have to accept the euro.
Yeah. So anyway, here we go. Australia now. Australia must consider bringing back conscription.
This is that lockstep thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's that lockstep thing. We're all talking about it.
Five Eyes country. You know.
I've only got 2 eyes, thanks.
Yeah, but all the Five Eyes countries are talking about conscription, aren't they? All out war with Russia looms. Expert. Now, as soon as they say
the Red Scare.
As soon as they say expert, you can disregard anything that's thereafter written, because if they don't name someone, then it's supposition and innuendo. Just nothing.
Expert says.
Don't give. Not listening.
Not listening. I didn't just type this. No, I didn't just type it. Expert said it. Yeah.
Yeah, just made
trust
it
me, bro.
Just made it.
Source, trust me, bro. Trust me.
Yeah,
bro.
expert's exactly the same, isn't it?
Yeah, and I mean, that's basically anything that comes out of the Guardian or James O'Brien's mouth. Just trust me, bro.
Yeah.
Just trust me.
Anyway,
you know what? I struggle with being a lefty. I do. I really struggle.
Yeah, you're fucked, mate. You're fucked. Anyway, would you struggle? Look at this clown.
Johnny, all right? Oh.
Wow, that's one way of shutting a door. So, I've got to ask a question, though. Why would such an intelligent car allow you to drive away the back door open? Like,
listen,
and if it was a front door, fair enough. Usually you've got an adult sitting in the front seat, but the back seat's almost exclusively where you put your children.
Yeah, of course.
So why would an intelligent, state-of-the-art car allow you to drive away at reasonable speed? It wasn't as if it was just doing 10 miles an hour. It must have been doing about 30, right? So I've asked Elon Musk if he wishes to comment, but I've not had a reply yet.
But listen. The flux capacitor wasn't ready. He didn't quite have it up to 88 miles an hour just yet. And that was that. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah,
you're
you
right.
know, time circuits were on, boys and girls, but it just wasn't quite ready. I know it's not a DeLorean. First and foremost, I am taking the piss. But it might as well be a DeLorean at this point. Remember when they said, "Oh, we're going to have the full self-driving mode on Teslas"? That was a load of bollocks, wasn't it?
Still waiting, aren't we?
Yeah, still waiting. And if you agree that Tesla cars are pretty much a load of bollocks, then hit that like button. And if you don't agree that Tesla cars are pretty much a load of bollocks, hit that like button. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And you can support us in many ways. You can become a channel member right here on YouTube. You could super chat us right now if you'd like. And you can go to Ko-fi, ko-fi.com/chasing dissent, and indeed patreon.com/.
Remember,
chasing
Ko-fi's a fun way to do it because you can type in a message.
You can.
Some words are excluded, and it will be read out to us and the assembled multitude.
Buy a little robot. Little robot
Live.
will do it.
AI.
He's got TTS, text to speech.
Yeah.
He's got the TTS on. You could call me an asshole. It's fine. I can take it.
Yeah, he can take it. If there's money involved, he'll take it.
No, to be fair, I'll take it even if there isn't money involved because, you know.
Right. Talking of buttons, I thought this was quite an interesting little it's quite an interesting little skit on the world as we see it at the moment, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So Joe's got a button to push. What one is it? War with Russia, war with Iran, war with China, war with Texas.
Joe wouldn't push any of those buttons.
No,
it would
wouldn't.
be war with corn pop.
But Joe would be looking for the one that delivers ice cream.
Yeah, well, yeah, the one that says 2 scoops.
Yeah, 2 scoops of chocolate chip. So, war with Russia, I think we can pretty much rule that one out. Well, if we're sensible, we'll rule that one out because Ukraine's defeated. Okay? And it's just a question of time now. So, despite what we did, Ukraine is finished, okay? War with Iran, Lindsey Graham was calling for it today. We should hit them now. We should hit them hard.
He's been calling for it for months, though.
Yeah, but he's back on it because of the Americans that get killed. And I think they were actually in Jordan. So they didn't know if they were in Jordan, Iraq, or Syria.
Did you know that
that's
Jordan,
some secret base?
This is a fact, right? And this is a fact that people don't like to talk about. And Jordan, what we know as Jordan, occupies 4/5 of the land formerly known as Palestine.
Yeah.
Anyway, 4/5.
Yeah, I know that.
4/5.
Told us that before.
Yeah.
Not Adam. I remember things.
Just a little tidbit there. Just a little tidbit. I'm just telling you a fact. 4/5 of the principality, I guess, that was formerly known as it wasn't a nation. I don't know what you would call it, but the area formerly known as Palestine, 4/5 of it now Jordan. Don't see Jordan.
I think this guy's lost
to give it back.
I think this guy's lost 4/5 of his mental capacity.
I think that happened before he ran for president.
No, I'm talking about Robbie. So, isn't Robbie the guy that used to tell us this was all LOS?
Yeah.
And now he's doing a concert to fight against climate change.
I think he's doing a concert to fill up his bank balance.
Yeah,
personally.
Well, that's probably more to the point because usually that's what happens. I mean, look at what's his name?
I'm loving money instead.
Who was that clown? What was it the live? Oh, Bob Geldof, right? You know, Boomtown Rats had done their bit. They're done, dusted, finished, and then
I don't like Mondays.
Yeah, and then Bob Geldof makes a career out of a concert, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go.
Right, time for another clip, I think.
Распаковка. Да подожди. Давай выходи, друг. Аккуратно. В Россию поедешь, нет? Раша. Раша. Сибирь. Кол. Контроль.
Yeah, Russia. That's class. He sneaked into Russia.
Class.
If it's true.
And
could have been a
funny.
setup.
It could have been a setup. It could have been in Dover.
Yeah, could have been.
Could have been. And just, hello there, comrade. You have made it to Mother Russia. Yes, yes. Would you like vodka?
Распаковка. Да подожди. Давай выходи, друг.
Sorry.
You absolute asshole. Play clip again. That's right. You absolute asshole.
All right. Yeah. So the thing is, right? Maybe that's what we should do. See when they arrive on the beach, speak to them in Russian and say, welcome to Siberia. You got the gulag.
We have wonderful gulag, lots of manual labor waiting just for you. We need no railway track, you build.
And then feed them things like fish head soup and stuff like that.
And just make them think they're in Siberia.
Yeah. And then watch them escape and go back.
Just do it in those army barracks that they said they didn't want to stay in anymore.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Hey, why not? It's the way to go.
Just make them build a railroad track to literally nowhere.
I think that would work quite well.
You keep building, railway track. Yes, we need no railway. We're going to have lots of delivery.
Right, we're getting to the ridiculous part of the show now, because apparently, and I don't know if it's real or not, it could be fake. A 14-leg killer squid found 2 miles beneath Antarctica has been weaponized by Putin.
We're going there.
A killer giant squid that can hypnotize its prey and paralyze humans at a distance of 150 feet using poisonous venom is being developed as a secret weapon by Vladimir Putin. Everything that goes wrong or is weird in the world is definitely as a result of Putin.
I am naming this thing right now.
I'm
copyrighting the name or trademarking it, whatever. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a hypno squid. Oh yeah.
Squid.
Hypno squid.
Hypno squid. Time for another clip.
I like to just wax off my eyebrows and don't get it on your lashes. Hold the fuck up. Put the wax. I don't like the way my eyebrows grow. I think when they grow in, they're like bushy and dark, and then like my hair is blonde. I wax off my eyebrows, and then you guys are like, why don't you just shave them off? Because if I shave them off, they'll just grow back faster rather than me just waxing them off. Take it like this and just wax them off. And this is on my eyebrow here. And then to get the most perfect eyebrows ever, I get these from Amazon. They're like $4 or $5, and it comes with a whole pack of eyebrows. And then you just stick them on. They're waterproof, last all day, and your eyebrows literally come out perfect. Take off the little plastic thing. And then these are the brows, and you just want to make sure they're like in the middle. Wet it and press it. Voila. You have eyebrows.
And they're exactly the freaking same as the ones you just took off. I just thought it was a classic. You spent all that time taking our eyebrows off to replace them with ones that look exactly the bloody same.
I'm really disappointed in the chat tonight, John.
Yeah.
Really disappointed, because I spent the evening grooming, didn't I?
Yes. And he means himself. He means himself, people.
It's back, and none of them have noticed. Not one of them. It is back. And I did it just for you guys. Just for you guys. And not one of you has said a damn thing. And do you know what? I am offended. And the only way to get back my adoration is to hit the like button.
Or send us money.
Yeah, that.
Oh, God, I don't even...
Have you got the button?
Yeah, I've got the button.
We just need cash. I know a lot of people want to send blankets or water. Just send your cash.
Yeah, you actually hit the right button. I'm impressed. I am very... Also, I want to give you a little update on the second channel, boys and girls. Yeah, it's going swimmingly well, actually. Let me just refresh it. We have 944 subscribers. We're up 2 since the start of this show. Content over there is flying. We need 56 to get the adverts on over there. So if you're not subscribed over on channel 2, let me just put the thing in. What the hell is it doing? Sorry.
And you need to go there and watch my latest video, because I did a kind of rabbit hole one, true crime-ish, but tailored towards the Disney Channel type stuff that
he has done a video over there. John has released his first proper little documentary video over there. The link is in the chat right now. If we can get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the week, I would really appreciate it. We've got 56 to go. Come on, people, help us out here.
Sure.
Let's get that channel up. And well, it's Andrew says plug it on Twitter more, Ben. Well, why don't you go and follow its Twitter account, Andrew? Why don't you do that?
Ooh. Right.
Why don't you do that?
What do you make of this? Not actual size. Who would have thought it would have been? Look, this is like having to put things. I mean, it's like that time when I opened the door of the gym and when we were in the other place and there was a car parked almost in the door. And I said, "Do you mind parking somewhere else? Because this is for members only." Well, you should have put signs up. I said, and my response was, "Look, there isn't a sign that says don't shit in the streets, but you don't do that, do you?"
No.
People are stupid and ignorant. Really are.
There you go, Andrew. There's the Twitter handle in the chat. Go and follow it. But yeah, no, listen, the human race is being dumbed down, John. Let's face it. Idiocracy is coming.
Oh yeah,
it is happening.
Hey, Kalergi plan. You've heard of that, haven't you?
I have heard of it. I'm just not. I'm not a 100% subscriber to it. But
you know what it is, don't you?
I know that. Yeah, I know the theory. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, speaking of stupidity, the United States Embassy had to release something the other day. This would have been on Friday's show, but we ran out of time, and obviously with our audio problems, I get pissed off.
Yeah.
But they had to release this as a result of some clown saying that a pinch of salt is the thing to do if you want a perfect cup of tea. Obviously, this was in America.
Yes.
So the United States Embassy have released today's media reports of an American professor's recipe for the perfect cup of tea has landed our special bond with the United Kingdom in hot water. Tea is the elixir of camaraderie. I don't think it is, but I think beer's more like it. A sacred bond that unites our nations. We cannot stand idly by as such an outrageous proposal threatens the very foundation of our special relationship. Therefore, we want to ensure the good people of the UK that the unthinkable notion of adding salt to Britain's national drink, I would probably say England more than Britain, but anyway, is not official United States policy and never will be. Let us unite in our steep solidarity and show the world that when it comes to tea, we stand as one. US Embassy will continue to make tea in the proper way by microwaving it. They had to go and spoil it. They had to go and spoil it.
I don't think they did spoil it, John.
I think it was quite funny.
I agree. I agree indeed. You know, I'm not even a big fan of tea.
No,
I'm really not.
I don't like tea.
I drink it. I do drink it, but I'm not. What I don't understand are all these pretentious middle class people. Oh yes, I'm going to have my green tea, my chai tea. Open my cupboard. Oh look, I've got 44 different selections of teas. Which one would you like? Would you like an Earl Grey? Fuck off! Just give me a coffee.
Yeah, I'd rather have a coffee any day.
Yeah. I don't care about your collection of teas. I really don't. And you know what? America don't care about our tea either. Remember the Boston Tea Party?
Yeah. So, the next one's a bit weird, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this woman was actually only 25 when she died, right? But it makes me conflicted because in some respects, I think she's definitely as they would say, a dwarf, right? But I don't think this is a terribly respectful gravestone.
Okay, show me. I'm ready.
White people don't season their gravestones.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
She was obviously a diminutive paper chaser. Or as they say,
I'll tell you what.
stripper.
That is an interesting choice. I mean, have you seen what Nicolas Cage has to be buried in?
A car?
He's got a pyramid, John.
Oh yeah, he has. He's an oddball.
Yeah, he bought himself a little. He's an oddball. Yeah.
Yeah.
Little people do what people do, and
well, people do what people do, and is it harmless? Because I don't know if it is harmless or not. Because I think this is playing fast and loose with people's health. You never know. I mean, someone might have had a heart condition, or could have been hypertensive or something like that.
Right. Well, and then seen that on the gravestone and gone, oh my god.
No, this one.
Oh, what do we got here?
Woman laced colleagues' coffee with Viagra. I can only assume she's trying to get some action because, let's face it.
Either that or it was a joke.
You can't do that. You can't. You're playing fast and loose with people's lives.
I think I need to address Vaughan in the chat here because I made it extremely clear, Vaughan, that I'll drink a cup of tea. I'll drink a cup of tea, a regular English breakfast cup of tea, as they call it, right? But what I don't like is these middle class pretentious people who open their cupboard and have got 45 different variations. Oh, I've got lemon chai tea. Oh, here's some green mint tea. It's like, I don't care. I just don't care. There's more important things going on in the world than your fucking tea collection. I don't know.
Shocking.
He says he has 72 types of tea. Well, I disavow you.
Oh my god, that's ridiculous. 72 types of tea. Do you have chocolate?
He doesn't.
Does he have chocolate tea? Do you have chocolate tea?
No. What he's got is PG Tips and Tetley at Shalini's, and then he's got some coffee. He uses his little frother, you know. He uses his little frother to make his, and that's okay because I want his coffee frother. I want his frothy coffee. He looks like he makes bloody wonderful coffees. I've watched him do it. Okay.
Right. Little clip.
Yeah. Okay.
So I flew to Rome from the UK to purchase this jacket, and you're probably thinking, well, why did you fly 2 hours to purchase a jacket? Well, I'm going to show you why. This is a one-of-a-kind limited edition Palms Angel jacket. Look, follow me. What? I'll show you what it does. You ready for this? What? 1, 2, 3. Oh, look!
What a twat!
Oh.
So right. Explain to me why you're gesticulating wildly to cut the video.
Because he's a twat.
Yeah, I know. That's the whole fucking point.
Yeah, that's why I was gesticulating wildly to you, because we're supposed to have funny things on here. That's just a twat.
Yeah, I thought it was quite funny. It looks like a fucking Ready Break advert.
But what I don't get is he's going, I flew all the way to Italy here, because I've watched the whole...
Nobody gives a fuck.
But he's going, it's a one-of-a-kind jacket. And then he goes, these things resale. A few of these are resale. How can it be a fucking
it's not
one-of-a-kind if a bunch of them are reselling?
He's a fucking wank. That's
oh, yeah, look at this. Oh, it lights up. Oh, I tell you what, this jacket here that I'm wearing, bought for me by Lisa. Thank you. God bless you. Love you. As a little present around Christmas. €80.
Yeah.
€80.
Okay.
Right?
In Switzerland, you can hire a clown to stalk someone for 7 days. Clown will follow them around, set up traps, send scary text messages, and even smash a pie in their face if he catches them. That's quite cool.
Me and the wife are going on holiday to Switzerland.
Well, you're going on holiday to Switzerland, mate. Just buy a one-way fucking ticket.
That's my grandmother, mate. Okay.
Oh, it's you as well.
Yeah, well, my grandmother, bless her, she's got the big 80 coming up, and she's losing her marbles a bit, and we've told her maybe no, I'm joking. Maybe it's time, Nan.
Right, talking of mixed messages, I'm not quite getting this one.
That's 3 p.m.
Yeah, that is 3 p.m.
Idiocracy, mate. Idiocracy.
I think you're right.
We're going back there.
I think you're right. We are. We're slowly. Well, we're declining. We are declining.
Beats and Tapes says, I bet it don't light up, though, talking about my jacket.
No, it doesn't light up.
It didn't cost thousands, though.
You're right, Beats and Tapes. You're right. While I can't necessarily approve of such pranks, I do like this next one.
Okay.
I like that. Put the mustard in the custard donut.
I don't need to say anything other than
Groove.
Now, John, that thing I asked you to do at 8:30, did you do it?
No. I couldn't do it. Ben, you were there, right? You were there and you realised what was going on. So how could when did I have time to do it?
We'll have to play them the musical outro on Friday that I've recorded for them.
Yeah.
I recorded you all a musical outro. I did. Recorded you 2, in fact. He's got 2 in the drive. Bet you didn't know that.
2. I didn't know there was 2.
Yeah, you got the other one. You got the Tom Jones.
Jeez, love.
You got them both.
Right.
Arsehole.
Sorry, we're nearly done.
Arsehole.
We're nearly done. Here we go. This is I think it's a very much oldie, but it's a bit of a classic, and I quite like it. So the clip.
Has been forced to block dozens of calls after her ex-partner allegedly took her phone number and plastered it on poles here around the CBD, telling people to call up and impersonate Chewbacca for a chance to win $100.
This would be the most childish breakup I've ever had. Like, all he had to do was be mature and go, I don't love you anymore, I want to move on.
The calls have been waking her and her 3 young children up at odd hours in the evening, and they're yet to stop.
I won $500.
I did say it was an old one, but it was good. I don't know what audio means. Oh well, it doesn't matter, because you know what? Here's the last slide, and you know what? It's been great for you.
Welcome to my party, we're just getting started. A life is a dream or a nightmare scarring. Hand me a drink, cause I think I'm going all in. Get me a shrink who can catch me when I'm falling. Cover up my scars, flip the handlebars. Crashing in my car, wake up in a bar. I'll be a superstar, just on my avatar. This world is so bizarre, empty out the reservoir. Yeah, I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me? I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think Sometimes you need to let loose, grab juice, get goose, tattoos, taboos, get screwed. Loosen up, buttercup, all those hate comments will never make you feel enough. We're all adequate graduates, heart full of calluses, but we know calculus. Damn, ain't that fabulous? Can't wait to apply all those mathematicus. But we can't get a job that pays us enough. I'm about to pop off. Fuck you, you're lost. We all know that we never really want a boss. So I'ma do what I want to, something I can't undo. Yeah, I'ma do what I want to, something I can't undo.
I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe.
So I'm taking 6 shots, all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me? I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this